Hi, my name is Tabitha with Flapjack Educational Resources, and today I just want to share with you how you can make your own pocketbook. It is a little time consuming, but if you're crafty, I think it's something you'll enjoy, and then it's a very fun resource that you have to use with your students. The first thing you need to do when you get your file, your digital file, is to print out all of the pages on copying paper, except for the last page, which is the cards page. That needs to be printed out on cardstock so that it will be stiff and able to insert into the pockets well. Then you need to cut out all of the pages and the cards envelope and the cards. When you cut out the pages, make sure you cut out the 2 pages that are on one piece of paper. Make sure you cut those out as one piece because you will fold it on the middle line, so don't cut the middle line, just cut out the whole page as one piece. Then you'll need to start folding. You will fold each of the pairs of pages in half on the middle line, and you'll also need to go ahead and fold the cards envelope on the dotted lines in order to prep the creases for when you laminate. In order to fold the envelope, you fold the bottom flap upwards on the dotted line, then fold the 2 side flaps inwards on top of the bottom flap, and then you would fold the top flap downward on top. Then open it back up because when you laminate it, you're still going to laminate it unfolded, but then your creases are already prepped for folding afterwards. Then you also need to fold the flaps on each of the pages that will become your pockets. So you will take the flap, first fold it in half on the bottom dotted line, then you will fold it upwards again onto the page of the book, and then you will have your pocket. You won't glue it, you will actually just laminate it, and that will keep it placed there nicely. A good idea would be to glue the inside edges of your pages together to make sure that they're sealed, and also when you laminate so they won't slip and slide. When you run your items through the laminator, just make sure you have it at the right temp. If it's foggy looking, the lamination is foggy looking, and you see the seal is pretty weak, then obviously you need more heat. If your pages appear crinkled or warped, then you know it's too hot, so you'll need to lower your temperature. Once you've laminated all of the items, and make sure that you laminate the envelope separately, then you'll just cut out all the excess lamination. And then you will be ready to open up your pockets so that they will function. You need to make sure you have a good razor, or I use an X-Acto knife, and you will just place it on the top edge of the pocket from left to right or whatever, and just slice, just pressing down, just slice it open. Make sure you don't press too hard where you go through the page, but you just make sure you get through that top layer of lamination. Then I'll just run the razor edge up under the pocket just to make sure it's cleared through all the way and that the cards can be inserted easily. And then you need to work on the cards envelope. I suggest using hot glue. That's what I use. You need to fold again in the same way that you folded the envelope before. You need to fold again, but then make sure you glue the 2 side flaps on top of the bottom flap with hot glue. Then, using hot glue, just glue the back of the envelope, and you will place it on the front inside cover where it says paste cards envelope here. You'll just hot glue the envelope there and hold firm, and it will stay in place nicely. Another little touch that you can add to your cards envelope that I do is I place a piece of Velcro underneath the top flap, and I place it on the bottom flap so that the envelope can open and close nicely and not get squashed when the students are using them. And now, once you have done all of that, you're ready to bind your book. If you have access to a spiral cone binder, that's a really nice thing to do. And for most of the pocketbooks, I found that like 5/16 works really nicely, but you can also do like 3/8 is fine. And you just want to make sure that there's enough space book can open and lay flat for students to work with. If you can't use a spiral cone binder, you can just place the page in the bottom of a 3-hole puncher, and it will punch a hole at the bottom corner and at the top corner. And then you just use string or ribbon or yarn and just thread all the pages through and tie a knot. And once again, just make sure that it's the knot is loose enough that when students open the book, they can lay it open flat to work with the book. And that is how you make your pocketbook. And it does take a little bit of time, but it's really fun, and the kids seem to really enjoy it. And thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate your time.